Adorned in distinctive regalia characterizing 18 different indigenous groups and countries in Africa. They convened in Nairobi for the 4th edition of the Indigenous Women in Africa. Under the theme Indigenous Women in Natural Resources, the group under the Samburu Women Trust calling on regional governments to adopt the progressive policies that will help support disadvantaged indigenous groups.
So even if we have very good policy and we are not pushing for implementation, it means we won't achieve anything. So we needed to push for implementation, not just to be put under the tables.
And ahead of celebrations to mark 25 years since the adoption of the Beijing Declaration on Women Empowerment, women leaders say it's imperative to consider the voice of women.
To achieve that enabling environment, and especially now the theme being around indigenous women and natural resources, we come together and have one voice. And for also the government to support our local CSOs, the CBOs, who are really doing a very good job. So we shouldn't be very comfortable at our offices and not really relating on what is happening on the ground. So, and moving forward, because we know the year to come is Beijing plus 25 years, for women to be able to see how far they've come since they've really aired their voices.
Kenya National Commission on Human Rights Vice Chair George Murara saying some indigenous communities have suffered from discriminative policies for far too long.
As of now, I think one of the big issues that we've actually had is the fact that the women voices, the indigenous women voices, are missing from key discourses. Soon, when Kenya adopts its National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights, we work very deliberately with the indigenous women to ensure that their voices are brought on board, especially on issues to do with free, prior informed consent and equitable benefit sharing.
The conference that kicked off on Sunday will come to a close on Thursday. In preparations of celebrating 25 years of the Beijing Declarations, this conference will give Africa a unifying voice in tabling their recommendations. For Channel 1 News, I'm Sarafina Roby.